Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those rumors that could shake up the entire landscape of the AFC East and beyond. The whispers from Nashville are growing louder. Sources say the Tennessee Titans, currently sitting at a disappointing 2-9 record, are contemplating a major move that could reshape their roster, and surprisingly, could involve a blockbuster trade with the Buffalo Bills. The player at the center of all this chatter, Jeffrey Simmons, the Titans' dominant interior defensive lineman, someone who's been turning heads all season with his relentless pressure and run-stopping ability. And get this, there's speculation that the Bills might be the team to benefit from this potential shakeup, offering a third-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft in exchange for Simmons. Let's break down why this makes so much sense for both sides. First, the Titans are clearly in a rebuild mode. They're not going anywhere this year, sitting so far below expectations, and they've got cap space, around $19 million, that they might want to free up, especially with Ridley's pending extension and the need to rebuild their wide receiver core and secondary. Their defense, particularly their run-stopping unit, has struggled this season, allowing an average of 144 rushing yards per game, up from 120 in previous years, a sign that the front seven needs a serious upgrade. Simmons, a draft pick from 2019, has been a cornerstone for Tennessee, and he's been putting up some eye-popping numbers this season. In 2025, through the first 10 games, Simmons has registered 4-5 sacks, 28 sack yards, 1 interception returned for 12 yards, and a PFF grade of 88. His run defense numbers are equally impressive, holding opponents to just a 37% stop rate, and his pressures per game are sky-high at +2. 5 for the Bills. Integrating Simmons into their already potent front seven could be a game-changer. Buffalo's defense, which has been a strength all season, could see a significant boost with Simmons helping to clog running lanes and applying relentless pressure from the interior. His presence would naturally free up Daquan Jones, who's been solid this year, and also relieve some of the pressure on Von Miller, who's been dealing with injuries but still commands respect. The potential impact on the Bills' defense could be monumental. If Simmons plays alongside Daquan, the Bills could be looking at an interior duo capable of generating around 18 sacks combined, an enormous boost compared to their current total of roughly 12 sacks from inside pressure. That would make a massive difference in their ability to disrupt opposing quarterbacks and control the line of scrimmage, especially in the playoffs. But it's not just about the numbers. Simmons is a culture changer, a dominating presence in the trenches, and someone who elevates the entire defensive unit. His ability to stop the run, where the Bills have had some vulnerabilities, would be critical in tight games, especially against teams like the Dolphins or the Jets, who rely heavily on their rushing attacks. Plus, his ability to generate pressures, averaging over 2.5 per game, could help improve the Bills' overall pass rush, which has been solid but could always use an extra push. And let's not forget, adding a player like Simmons could shift the narrative around the Bills' defensive identity. It would send a message that Buffalo is all in on building a trench-dominant, championship-caliber team. Now, why would the Titans be willing to part ways with someone like Simmons? Well, the rumors suggest that Tennessee might be looking to free up cap space to pursue other areas, especially considering the pending extension for receiver Calvin Ridley. Plus, with their season spiraling, they're probably looking to reset and rebuild around younger talents. Simmons, being a proven star, could fetch a solid draft pick, and a third-rounder in 2026 seems like a reasonable price for a player of his caliber, especially given his impact on the field. Let's also consider how Simmons' stats stack up historically. Over his 7-year career, he's accumulated 45 sacks, 420 pressures, and has been a consistent force against both the run and the pass. His PFF grade of 89. 8 over his career and a recent season grade of 90. 2 in 2024 show he's not just a flash in the pan, he's a proven difference maker. His double-team rate is around 62%, which means offensive lines are constantly scheming to contain him, and yet he still produces. His ability to disrupt plays and generate turnovers, he has 10 forced fumbles in his career, makes him a player who can swing games single-handedly. The Bills, with this move, would be adding a player who can impact the game at multiple levels, making them even more dangerous as they chase a deep playoff run. From a strategic standpoint, this move would also help ease some of the pressure on Ed Oliver, who's been battling a bicep injury this season, but has shown flashes of dominance when healthy. Oliver's production has dipped somewhat, and adding Simmons could allow Buffalo to run more complex stunts and blitz packages, further confusing opposing offenses. Plus, the Bills' front seven, already good, would become elite with Simmons' addition, especially considering the potential to boost their run defense, which has been a concern at times this season. The numbers tell us that this unit with Simmons could see an increase of about 20% in run-stopping efficiency, making life much harder for opponents trying to establish a ground game. Now, how does this impact the Bills' Super Bowl aspirations? Well, the odds are already looking favorable, but with Simmons on the roster, those odds could climb even higher. DraftKings currently has the Bills at plus 600, up from plus 900 earlier in the season, which reflects the increased confidence in Buffalo's Super Bowl chances. Simmons' presence would also elevate the team's playoff metrics, especially in high-pressure situations. His ability to generate pressures on third down, combined with his knack for stopping big plays, would make the Bills a nightmare for offenses late in games. The potential for a +0. 35 increase in EPA per play in clutch moments could be the difference between an early exit and a deep run. And let's not ignore the psychological impact. Simmons is a titan, a player who commands respect from opponents, and having him anchoring the interior of the Bills' defense could serve as a rallying point for the entire team. Buffalo's defense, which currently allows around 5 points per game, could see that number drop closer to 17 with Simmons' impact. That's the kind of difference that wins championships. His addition would also have ripple effects on the Bills' offense, giving Josh Allen more opportunities in manageable third downs, increasing their conversion rate from 39% to over 54%, and boosting their overall offensive efficiency. Now, all of this is still speculative, but the signs are pointing toward an exciting possibility, one that could define the Bills' trajectory for the next few seasons. It's a move that makes sense both strategically and financially. The Titans might be looking at a rebuild, and Simmons is a proven star who could help Buffalo chase that elusive Super Bowl ring. The Bills, with their talented roster and solid coaching staff, are always looking to add those pieces that push them over the top. Simmons has the potential to be that missing link, the player who swings the balance of power in the AFC East and beyond. So fans, imagine a Bills defense where Simmons and Daquan Jones dominate the trenches, where Von Miller can focus more on rushing the passer, and where the entire unit exudes confidence. It's a tantalizing thought, and if this trade happens, it could set the stage for a new era of Bills football, one marked by trench dominance, relentless pressure, and a serious shot at that second Super Bowl title. The AFC East would have to watch out, because with Simmons in the fold, the Bills are not just contenders, they're becoming an unstoppable force. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, the Bills are already one of the most balanced teams in the league, but adding Simmons could be the final piece that elevates them from good to legendary. With their current record at 7-4, they're in prime position to make a deep playoff push, and this move could be the catalyst for a historic run. The AFC is wide open, and the Bills are right there, ready to take the next step if they can bolster their front seven with a player like Simmons. Imagine the possibilities. Double-digit sacks from inside pressure, a stout run defense that keeps teams honest, and a defense that can close out games with relentless ferocity. That's the kind of team that can contend not just for a division title, but for the ultimate prize, the Lombardi Trophy. And so, fans, what do you think about this potential blockbuster? Would you love to see Simmons in Bills colors? Do you believe he can be the guy to push Buffalo over the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. We're all in this together, dreaming of that second Super Bowl, and every bit of intel, every rumor, every analysis gets us closer to that goal. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep that Bills spirit alive. Because at the end of the day, we're not just fans, we're part of a family that's hungry for greatness. And with moves like this, the Bills could be on their way to etching their name even deeper into NFL history. So keep the faith, keep supporting, and let's hope that this rumor turns into reality. Because if it does, Buffalo's got a new titan in the trenches, and the future looks brighter than ever. Let's go Bills.